What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, well, you know what time of the, I guess you could say time of the month it is. It is time for the Soul Awakening Galas, which present some pretty interesting things to see on the auction house. One of them is probably one of the most unlucky rolls on a Vesa copy. Yes, this hero you're going to see is an S tier hero, but it just hit the completely wrong, perfect roll. Like, literally rolled 9,900 on this roll, but it was not attack, and it feels really bad. And what I want to do is discuss an idea that we've been talking about on stream lately, which is making a new account highlighting ticks in the early game, but not just any ticks, a giant killer ticks. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at the auction house, because this is the most fun, like all the time, just seeing the crazy stuff you see pop up. So let's just start off straight up with the hero copy we're talking about. I always like coming in here, seeing what type of S tiers are on the market. Kind of feels bad for Elena. I don't know if people really care too much about like an S tier Elena or anything. There's like some Shias, which, man, these are all pricey. I mean, they are S tier, they're not A minus tier, so you have to remember that. But look at this Vesa copy. I feel so bad for this copy because they literally hit a perfect HP roll. Could you imagine if this was a perfect attack roll? Honestly, even if it was only an S tier, it would probably sell for much more, being that it was like, it would be such a better copy. It doesn't have Giant Killer yet, but I mean, that's not too hard. Getting Giant Killer into fire for her for Star Expedition is absolutely amazing. But I was like, that just broke my heart, because like I said, I like coming in here just seeing what S tiers are on the market. That is pretty cheap start bidding price. I think this Mockman might sell. It might not sell for the full amount, but I think it's a good idea for a lot of people that they put prices just too high. And I don't know if they'll sell unless they're like a perfect copy or an A minus copy. The ones that are like A plus, S, SS, it's like, it's kind of a mixture of, are people actually gonna go for it, or are they gonna wait to spend their money more appropriately? Now, the other thing that's fun to look at every single time, I love doing this, is just looking at the types of copies that have rolled with an A minus. One of them being, or actually quite a few of them, Tix copies. So here's my idea. Here's part of it that we're going to talk about here is we've been discussing, because we saw that really crazy SS ticks that sold for the most on the tap servers. I'm like, that had to have gone to a whale in the very early game. And it kind of got us talking in chat, and we're like, what would that look like? What if we built a brand new account, made ticks our first E5, and then literally went on the auction house and got one of these copies? Because it's only like 7,000 starry gems. That's not much at all. That's very inexpensive, very cheap. And then people were like, well, you know, we'll help contribute, we'll build it. I'm like, well, I mean, we could make this a viewer spender account where literally people can donate their funds through like Xolo. Because in case you guys didn't know, you can literally gift stuff. I don't even know where it is. I'm gonna have to go to like DH Games website again, but you just put in the ID, and like people could literally give vouchers on the account, and then we could use the vouchers appropriately for whatever we want. However, we would need to gift the starry gems to that account, because otherwise converting them from the Prism starry gems would just take forever on a brand new account. So that is an idea. But funny enough, there's actually not much on here this week that is just garbage, because, you know, we've seen some really bad copies on here in the past. Most of them do look like they're Transcendence hero copies, and there are a ton of them right now. Holy cow. Did not check A copies on display, I don't think. Is there anything weird in here? Actually, no, they're all pretty solid hero copies, including Isle of Mach, which leads me to the next topic. Let's take a look at the heroes I usually check out. Usually we check out Vulcan and we check out Mockman copies at the same time. There's one Isle of Mach up here. Not a bad price. I'd love to get a Giant Killer Isle of Mach, but the funds just aren't there right now, as you guys know. There's a couple more here. Wow. Actually, you know what? Let's break this down by hero, because some of these are crazy. So there's 4 of them up right now. One of them about to hit about 50,000. That's pretty much what you normally see with stuff like this. Vulcan's still kind of one of the more premium ones, although his prices have dropped. You can literally grab a copy for 38,000, which is good. But again, that's usually during these events, and there's a ton of Vulcans up here. Holy cow, there's a ton up for grabs. Mockman's the other one, probably the easier one to use. I don't know what this pricing is right here, but like Getting these copies for like the low 3. Wow, that is a good price. A plus attack roll is insane. That's like 2,000 to 3,000 more attack you'd see on an average one here. Like you can see most of them are like, it's like 2,000 more attack. This one's bid is going to go a little bit crazy, I feel like. So if you're looking and in the market, make sure you star this one and take a look at it. Besides that, the other two heroes people usually go for are Vesa. That, again, another one that's probably going to get bid up pretty high, at least into the low 3,000. There's quite a few of them up here. Most of them probably are not going to sell for the 40s. They're going to be sold for like in the 30,000 range. And then same with Lord of Fear Aspen. Probably about the same. Actually cheaper. Wow. Lord of Fear Aspen copies are dropping in value pretty big. Then again, like I said, this is a Soul Awakening event, which means prices drop, which is not too bad. And then I really want to take a look at the bottom ones, like Queen. We got a copy for really cheap one time. They've gone back up in price a little bit. Who are the other useful ones that might be copies you get? Like Jara's really the only other one, or Sword Flash. Jara copy is becoming very affordable on the low end of a bid. Granted, the attack is not great, but 13,000. That is not too bad. Even Shias are more than Jaras right now, which is absolutely crazy. And then when you go to like the bottom of the barrel, like the heroes that people really don't use, look at the, yeah, that's a pipe dream right there. Azrael is definitely not going to go for something like that. Holmes Young, PvP hero, very limited market for, I feel like, giant killer copies. Arania is just like, good luck selling those, honestly. I don't know who wants Arania copies. Freya copies, again, you don't really need the giant killer on these copies, so they usually don't go for all that much. Elena, surprisingly inexpensive. I would have thought she would have been more with how like powerful she is in game modes now. Asmodel is like the budget hero you want to go for. Oh my god, I'm checking way too fast. Eos, yeah, everything down in the teens and such. I feel like we missed a hero. No, because Arania is probably like one of the worst ones out here. Let's just see what the cheapest copy out of all of these are for Giant Killer. The cheapest copy, yeah. Arania and the Azrael. They're just, yeah, bottom of the barrel. The Queens you can get for a decent price, but I just thought this was pretty interesting to check out to see exactly what they're like. And then we can take a look at what's coming on the market as far as Transcendence heroes goes. Even higher. So yeah, things that are already cheap are cheap. But honestly, I think the big takeaway from this one here is, let's reset this. This copy right here, it could have been worth so much more. And then beyond that, if you just want to take a look at probably one of the best budget heroes to try to go for right now, is going to be this Mockman copy right now. So mark my words, this one's going to be a very aggressive bid. Honestly, maybe someone might even buy it out. It doesn't have Giant Killer, because if it had skill damage, precision, Giant Killer, it would definitely go for more, but because you have to re-roll it, it is what it is. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I love taking a look in the auction house and sharing it with you guys. I'll see you guys next time.